Hi friends, I wanted to put together this quick Google Classroom video to show you how to put yours together. I know I sent out a more professional done video before, but this is just coming from what I have done and to make it simpler for you to use. Um, you do not have to create a Google Classroom. But if you did, it would allow your families to have one central location to go to read your weekly assignment on what you want them to do using iReady or any extra resources you put out there for them um, during the week. So let me show you how to do that. First, you're going to go here to the top right-hand corner to the waffle, and you're going to want to select Google Classroom. When you do that, your Google Classroom will pop up. I'm not sure if you have to sign in or anything. I'm pretty sure you should already be enrolled if you're signed on, but just be ready for that just in case. What you can see is on my dashboard here, I have several classrooms that I have either created or that I have been invited to be an instructor in. So I have my classroom here. I'll just pull that up real quick for you to see. Um, on how I created it, you can see the background I have chosen. And I will get into how to create yours as well. So let's go back to my classes, and I want to create a classroom. So I'm going to click on this plus sign up here next to the waffle, and you could either put in a code to join a class or you could create a class, and we're going to create a class right now, and I'm just going to make a dummy class here. So I'm going to put this as Mr. Just a Test. Section, I'll put in 2019, 2020. Subject, put my grade level, and then room 8. I'll hit create. And in just a short second here, you should see a classroom that has been created for my room. You can change this background here like I showed you on mine um, by uploading a photo. If that's something you want to do, contact me and I'll work you through that one. Um, but you'll need to keep this in mind. You'll need something that is more of a rectangular picture to fit in there, or we could edit it. But if you just want to go quick and simple and easy, either choose the one they put in for you or hit select theme. When you choose select theme, it will give you different subject areas. I prefer the math and sciences, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this one for geometry and select theme. You'll see the background will change. Okay, so you can see that it's already been pretty much built for me. Now I would just need to do one of two things. One, add people, and two, add in the classwork or materials. Um, there are three different ways that you could add people. One is you can give students this code or the families this code right up here. That allows them to join your class, and they would simply just go to Google Classrooms, sign on with their Gmail account information, which I emailed to all of you, and then put in this information to join your classroom. The other way you can do it is clicking on people and then students, clicking here. You could invite students one of two ways here. You could either copy paste their email address in there so that when they go to their email, um, they could then just hit join from the invite, or you could simply type in their names here. So you can see I typed in London's name, and oh, we have two Londons at Prescott, and I could just choose the one I want. It will then send them the invite to join. The easiest way would probably be just letting families know how they can join using your class code. There's also another way for families that want to see what their child is doing to join your class, but not as a student. And I could get into that later. If you have somebody that you want to join your classroom as a teacher, it's the same thing. Just click on this button here, type in their name, and it'll then send them an email. So if you want Molly to join, you can see Molly's email here, and you just click on it and it sends her an invite. Okay. I do believe Sam has requested that we all invite him to our classrooms as well, so he can pop in and out. So I'll hit cancel for now. Um, The next section I want to look at is classwork. I'm going to ignore grades for now just because we're not required to keep grades. So we'll touch on that some other time if it ever becomes needed. So under classwork, you can create. So click here. You could create an assignment, a quiz assignment, a question, and this is something that if you're just wanting to have students touch base with you, get them to interact with one another, you could create a question, and I'll just do that real quick. So create a question, kind of like a journal entry for the week that kids can enter. So I can put in here, tell us about your favorite activity while you have been away from school, period. And then in instructions, please type a complete sentence. If I'm dealing with primary kids, I can say a complete sentence with proper capitalization and ending punctuation. Period. I could change it from either a short answer, or if you want to survey your class, you could change it into a multiple choice. I'll keep it as short answer. And then if you need to add anything to this, like a link, or maybe you want them to view a YouTube clipping and then answer a question just to get some interaction going, you can do that as well. And then over here, you can put points as ungraded. You can put the due date. So if I'm saying this is for next week, we start on the 13th, let's make the due date the 17th. If you want it to put a time that it's due, that is a possibility as well, but not needed. Topic, that's another cool piece with this is when you create topics, then it's always, these types of assignments will always fall under there. So I could just put in weekly journal topic. And then you could always put it under weekly journal topic. So they could just go to a topic and look, oh, which journal topic did I want to talk about or to enter. Students can reply to each other if that's what you choose. I think it's pretty cool if the kids are able to reply to one another because then they're reading each other's journal entry and then giving a response to it as well. And then students can edit their answer, of course. So this can either go out to all students or you could pick and choose. And then you could also choose which classrooms it goes to. So if you're in a situation like 4 or 5 where we all wanted the same one, but we didn't want to have to recreate the question each time, we could just click on these boxes here. So I'm just going to put it for here for now. And then I can click here and I could schedule it to pop up. Okay. Or I could just hit ask and it would pop up right away. So if I wanted this to show up today, it could, or I could schedule it to show up on the 13th at 8 a.m. and hit schedule. So now I don't have to worry about it. I've planned ahead. I could see that it's scheduled for the 13th to pop up at 8 a.m. and it'll stay up all week until the 17th. Another thing you can do under create, you could add materials, and this is where I would probably put like a YouTube clip for just extra resources. So if you were talking about, let's say in 5th grade, I'm talking about dividing fractions, I could put in a video. Let's see here, video on dividing fractions. I could type a little description here. Please watch this cool song on dividing fractions. And then I'm going to go to YouTube. I will type in the search engine as soon as it pops up for me. Dividing fractions song. And that should pop up any moment now. This one here. And I'll try to make it to where it won't start its sound on you. There we go. Pause it. And I want to get this URL address up here. So I'm going to double click on it, right click on my mouse, hit copy, go to my Google Classroom, hit add, and then YouTube, where I could then just copy and paste, hit enter, because you want to see the video pop up here. Click on it, and then hit add. And you have now just added a YouTube clip. Again, I am going to put in my information here, create a topic, and then I can put this as dividing fractions. So if I find anything else for dividing fractions, I will always put under the same topic so they could just go straight to the topic, and there it is. And it's a material, so let's schedule it. Again, I want it to show up on the 13th at 8 a.m. Schedule for all students. And there it is. Okay. One other thing, so material, you could reuse a post as well. You could search by topics. If you want to create a little quiz just for fun, remember nothing is graded, you could do that as well, where it will help you to create one using Google Forms. Okay, so go ahead and play around with it. You can't destroy anything or launch a space shuttle from this. If it's something you don't want, you could simply delete it. As always, I am here for questions. If you have a question, please feel free to reach out to me, and I will try to help you and maybe even walk you through the process. Okay, so once again, this is where under Stream, this is where everything will show up for your class as well. All right, I hope this was informative to you, and good luck.